Hey guys, it's Amy. Today I'm going to be teaching you guys the second grade worksheet, lesson 1. So make sure you write down your name and the date. So it says write the missing number. Example, if 1 added in is 7 and the sum is 10, 7 plus blank equals 10. How can you find the missing number? Subtract 7 from 10, which is 3. Then how can you solve the problem 10 minus blank equals 7 by knowing that 7 plus 3 equals 10. The two facts are part of the same fact family, so the missing number must be 3. So let's do first question number 1. So question number 1 is asking us what 4 plus 9 is. 4 plus 9 equals 13. And it will still be 13 if the question asks what 9 plus 4 is, because they're in the same fact family, so even if it's switched like this, it wouldn't matter. And we could check our answer by subtracting 13 from 4, so 13 minus 4 equals 9. That's how we could check our answer, or use our fingers, but it is always better to use mental math. Now let's answer question number 9. Question number 9 is a little different because we don't have to get the sum and we have to get one of the factors. So it's number 9 is asking us blank plus 5 equals 11. So what numbers do we know that equals 11 with 5? And if you don't know that on top of your head, if you don't know your fact families, that's okay. You could just easily subtract 11 minus 5, and 11 minus 5 equals 6. And I know that because they're in the same fact family with 11, so it's really easy to do that. And it would be the same if these were switched. And we could again check our answer by just adding 6 plus 5, and that still equals 11 because they're all in the same fact family. Next, let's do page 2. So page 2 says write the missing number, continued. So let's do number 1 again. Actually, let's do number 3, sorry. So it's asking us what 14 minus 7 is. And 14 minus 7 is 7. And let's check our answer by just adding 7 with 7. That equals 14. And because they're in the same fact family. And now let's do number 6. 6 is asking us what 13 minus 9 is. And 13 minus 9 is 4. And we could check our answer, just ignore this, by just adding 9 plus 4, which equals 13. That's how you check your answer. Now let's do number 9. 9 is saying 16 minus blank equals 7. 16 minus 7. We could just easily do 16 minus 7, which equals 9, because 9 plus 7 equals 16. And we know this because they're in the same fact family. So let's just add 9, 16 minus 9 equals 7. And now let's do question number 12. It's saying 13 minus blank equals 9. And we could do 13 minus 9 equals 4. And we could check our answer by adding 9 plus 4 equals 13. And we know this answer again because they're in the same fact family. So let's just do 13 minus 4 equals 9. Let's now do page 3. So page 3 is a little different because we're going to write number sentences to solve. And it says write number sentences to solve. Example. After the game, 9 girls and 7 boys had a picnic. How many children were at the picnic? And they were asking the total amount of children. and they wrote the number sentence as 9 plus 7 equals 16 because there were 9 girls and 7 boys. Okay, let's do question number 1. In the yard, 9 girls played catch. Then 8 more girls joined them. How many girls played catch? They want to know the total number of girls who played catch. So we are just going to do 9 plus 8, which equals 17. So 17 girls played catch. And we know this because in the first there were 9 girls who played catch, and then there was an additional 8 more. And we know this because it says more right here. So that's how we know it's addition. So let's do number 3. Number 3 tells us there were 5 wooden bats and 8 metal bats. How many bats were there in all? So they want to know how many bats were there in all. So we first have 5 wooden bats, and then we have another 8 metal bats. So let's do 5 plus 8, so that equals 13. So there were 13 bats in total. And we know this because there was first 5 and then another 8. And they were both, one of them were wooden bats and one of them were metal bats. And they were just asking how many bats were there in all. Now the last page number 4, word problems. Let's do number 2. Mario picked 15 flowers. Then Rose gave him 4 flowers. How many flowers does Mario have now? They want to know the total number of flowers that Mario has. We're just going to underline the key things. So Mario first picked 15 flowers, so that means he has a first 15 flowers. But then that's not all he has. Then Rose gave him 4 flowers. And they want to know how many flowers does he have now. So 15 plus 4 equals 19. So Mario now has 19 flowers. And make sure you write down flowers or like whatever they're asking. So we wrote bats because they asked how many bats and how many girls play catch, so we wrote girls. And our last problem, let's do number 3. Question 3. So it says Fred has 17 cents in his hands. 17 cents in his hands. He had 8 cents in one hand. How much money does he have in the other? So we know that he has 17 cents in both of his hands because there's an S at the end of hands. So he had 8 cents in one hand. And they want to know how much did he have in the other hand. So we just have to do 17 cents minus 8. And 17 minus 8 equals 9. So that's how we know that he had 9 cents in the other, because he had a total of 17 cents and he had in one hand 8 cents. And you can do the rest of the problems on your own.